Well, thank you very much, Monica, and many thanks for Emmanuel for this very nice, very realistic, and very encouraging talk, I think. Well, dear Stewart, dear colleagues, dear fellows, and dear new graduates, of course. I'd like first to thank you for the organizers for maintaining this ceremony, despite the challenge posed by the current national lockdown here in France for still several weeks, I think. Well, it's a true honor for me and a real pleasure to participate in the ceremony, which is also a precious opportunity for us to highlight the diversity and the richness of the scientific community through the international network to which the Institut Pasteur belongs. I don't see the slide, so if I can have the second slide. Yes, thank you, I've got it. Just 1 second. So, more than 130 years after the creation of the Institut Pasteur in Paris, the first one, the Institut Pasteur International Network has become a unique example of a vast international community of scientists. Present in 25 countries, all across all the continents, the network brings together 32 institutions united by shared missions and Pasteurian, what we call Pasteurian values. The 4 missions are biomedical research, as you all know, but also public health activities, innovation and technology transfer, and of course teaching. We carry this out through the organization or funding of state-of-the-art courses and workshops, as well as MOOCs, which have been developed a lot recently, all of which are internationally recognized. Next slide. Oh no, this slide. Next slide, please. The Institut Pasteur supports the network not only by funding modalities and training, but also through the creation and strengthening of research groups. Every year, the CalMet and YERSAM program dedicated to mobility within the network awards grants to students who wish to pursue their PhD in the network. For example, right now we have 14 PhD students who are currently supported by this program. Today, the Institute of the Network train talented young researchers who are positioned to become tomorrow's players in what we like to call the so-called Pasteurian research area. The Pasteur network has developed a scientific strategy including 4 axes, as you can see on the slide. One health ecosystemic approach, vectors and vector-borne diseases, maternal and child health, health impact of aging, longevity, and of non-communicable diseases. And of course, we have among these axes some specific priorities. And as you know, preparedness and response to epidemics is very, very important. And we can see that right now during this crisis. Rabies, many neglected diseases like rabies, leptospirosis, also malaria, leishmaniasis, AMR, and dengue. The next one, please. Through the diverse backgrounds and the varied research themes that they explored during their PhD, the 9 graduates who are there today of the network that we are honoring now reflect the very high quality of the research carried out within the member institutes. As you can see the map of all the 32 institutes or institutions linked to our network. Furthermore, the career paths trace the links that form the network, and there are a lot of, and we would like to develop much more again, the collaboration inside of the network. Our graduates, as you can see the photo there, come from 7 institutes spread out across the 3 continents, Europe, Africa, and Asia. I just give very rapidly the place where are working, if you can see it very well from here. we have, they will be named clearly later on. Institut Pasteur de Lille, that you can see there. Institut Pasteur Hellenic in Greece, the Centre de Pasteur du Cameroun, Institut Pasteur de Madagascar, Institut Pasteur de Shanghai, China, and Institut Pasteur de Nouvelle-Calédonie. Just because they will have a little bit some time to explain the program, I would just say that they cover many topics, which include, for example, resistance of Plasmodium in Cameroon, resistance to falciparum to artemisinin combination, regulations of key pathogenic genes in Plasmodium, also falciparum, Vivax, microbiology with works on antibiotic activity, molecular epidemiology of respiratory tract infections such as Haemophilus species, plague in Madagascar, ecological and microbiological determinants in the environment on a neglected pathogen, which is leptospirosis, and also outside of communicable disease. They have the other topics which are covered are cancer and public health with study of mortality and health in Madagascar. I don't want to be too long, but I want really to insist, I'm really proud to highlight that 7 of these young scientists who are now, that will be recognized today, are pursuing their research within the network as either permanent researchers or postdoctoral fellows. So 7 out of 9, and that's excellent. So I would like to conclude by saying that you really, dear graduates, you really symbolize the future of shared knowledge, and you really represent the new phases of Pasteurian science. And to conclude, I would like to offer my sincerest congratulations to all of you and of course your family. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Pierre-Marie Girard. I hope you can hear me now.
Very well.
And now let's start to know the graduates of this year. Since we could not invite all of them in Paris this year, for the obvious reason, we asked them to send us a short video to present themselves and to tell us something about their PhD. So we start with this first series of video concerning the graduates representing the Institut Pasteur International Network.
Bonjour, je suis Émilie Bierck et j'ai soutenu ma thèse en octobre sur l'aspect environnemental de la leptospirose en Nouvelle-Calédonie au sein de l'Institut Pasteur de Nouvelle-Calédonie. Je pense que personne ne me contredira si je dis qu'une thèse constitue un défi qui dure 3 ans. 3 années qui peuvent s'apparenter à une longue tempête émotionnelle. 3 années d'implication et de motivation intense, de sentiments de fierté et de moments de joie. Mais aussi 3 années où peuvent surgir de l'inquiétude, de la fatigue, du doute et de la frustration et du stress. Et c'est aussi un peu pour ça que la thèse est un défi. C'est un défi dont le but est de continuer coûte que coûte à avancer, apprendre à tomber pour se relever et mener à bien ce projet qui nous tient à cœur. Un défi qui nous pousse à sortir de notre zone de confort. Pour moi, par exemple, mon plus gros challenge a été de partager mes travaux de recherche lors de communication orale. J'étais terrifiée. Mais à force de travail et d'accompagnement, j'ai réussi à dépasser mes limites en résumant d'abord mes travaux en 180 secondes, puis en les détaillant en presque 180 minutes.
Hello, everyone. I'm Zhenhui Huang from Shanghai, China. Hope everything is going well for all of you. I just graduated from Institut Pasteur of Shanghai this year, and I'm glad to have an opportunity to attend such a special graduation ceremony with all of you. My PhD work is about studying the epigenetic regulation of malaria and also focus on the development of anti-malaria drug. 2020 is a year full of challenge for all the people because of the COVID-19. So I just hope everyone can keep safety, and also congratulations to all of us who successfully graduated. And finally, wish the world will get better soon. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Laetitia. Okay, now I look more like that. From an early age, I wanted to become a researcher to participate in the discovery of treatment for unmet medical needs. For this, I studied pharmacy, specialized in research, and did a thesis which I defended last month. The objective of my thesis was the characterization of the mechanism of action of small molecule, possibly future drug, for the treatment of cancer. To fulfill this objective, I have multiplied the experimental approaches, and thanks to the rich environment of the Pasteur Institute, I use cutting-edge technology and I collaborated with scientific experts. Research is a teamwork, so I want to say thank you to everyone I have worked with. Thank you also to all the people who supported me. Research is for me much more than a job, it's my vocation.
Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Mélissa. J'ai soutenu ma thèse en juin 2020. J'ai fait cette thèse à l'Institut Pasteur du Cambodge sur la résistance aux antipaludiques. Ça a été une expérience très enrichissante au cours de laquelle j'ai eu la chance de rencontrer des personnes venant d'un peu partout, notamment ma grande copine Camille qui est présente à cette cérémonie. Hello Camille et merci pour tout. Je travaille actuellement sur la continuité de ce sujet à l'Institut Pasteur de Paris. Bonne cérémonie à tous et à bientôt.
Sitaka Rakotsabanan est géographe. Depuis 2009, il axe ses recherches sur les aspects socio-spatiaux des maladies infectieuses comme la tuberculose et la peste à Madagascar. La peste à Madagascar, spatialisation, connaissance par la population et perception de l'accessibilité aux soins est le titre de sa thèse qu'il effectue dans 2 unités de l'Institut Pasteur de Madagascar, l'unité peste et l'unité d'épidémiologie et recherche clinique. Dans cette thèse, il veut mettre en exergue l'association entre comportement humain et hétérogénéité de l'expression épidémiologique de la peste dans l'espace. Grâce à différentes approches alliant démarches qualitatives et quantitatives, il détermine les facteurs comportementaux, environnementaux et socio-spatiaux expliquant l'hétérogénéité des situations face à la peste à Madagascar, ce qui ouvre des perspectives dans la lutte contre la peste dans l'île. Actuellement, géographe à l'unité d'épidémiologie et recherche clinique, il est responsable d'une formation en système d'information géographique dans le cadre d'un projet. Sitek a l'ambition de poursuivre ses recherches sur les aspects socio-spatiaux des maladies infectieuses et souhaite partager ses expériences dans l'enseignement supérieur.
Girard est médecin et chercheuse à l'unité d'épidémiologie et de recherche clinique à l'Institut Pasteur de Madagascar. Elle est responsable depuis 2012 d'une cohorte de population dans le district de Muramang, où elle a conduit son travail de thèse. Celui-ci a porté sur la mortalité et les causes de décès dans la population de cette zone, en insistant sur le poids des maladies non transmissibles et selon le milieu de résidence. Chez les enfants de moins de 5 ans, les causes de décès sont dominées par les maladies infectieuses, les causes périnatales et nutritionnelles, surtout en zone rurale. Mais l'avantage des enfants vivant en ville reste non significatif quand on parle de décès par maladie non transmissible et par accident, et à mesure que l'âge avance. Il reste nécessaire en santé publique de prendre en compte, par la prévention et le traitement, le poids des maladies non transmissibles chez toute la population à tout âge confondu. Dans son futur, le Dr Girard voudrait étudier davantage les thématiques sur la mortalité et les causes de décès à Madagascar.
Si en 2016, on m'avait dit « Camille Roche, accroche-toi, les 4 prochaines années qui vont suivre vont être riches en émotions », sincèrement, je ne l'aurais pas cru. Quand j'ai quitté Strasbourg, les Plumcoche et les Schnitzel, c'était initialement uniquement pour 6 mois. Mais finalement, j'ai rapidement pris goût à la recherche sur le paludisme et plus précisément à Plasmodium vivax, ces mécanismes d'invasion et de développement dans les globules rouges. Et Vivax a su parasiter ma vie pendant ces 3 années de test. 3 années bien remplies, espoir, joie, papier, congrès, séminaire, mais aussi déception, doute, frustration. Mes collègues n'ont absolument pas idée à quel point ils peuvent remercier les sacs de boxe et les cours de boxe cambodgienne. Les plaques et les hammocks ont finalement remplacé les plaques. Et les belles rencontres m'ont fait me sentir chez moi pendant toutes ces années. Alors merci beaucoup à tous.
Hello, I'm Serge Chachouan, researcher at Institut Pasteur of Cameroon, and I recently completed my doctoral thesis on Haemophilus, one of the main bacteria involved in respiratory tract infection. It appears from my research that more than half of these bacteria are resistant to the first choice antibiotics used in hospital in Cameroon. The most virulent group of these bacteria continues to circulate in Cameroon 10 years after the introduction of a vaccine against it. The isolated bacteria throughout my research showed a weak relationship between them. I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to Dr. Richard, Dr. Marie-Christine, Dr. Sarah at Institut Pasteur of Cameroon, and also Dr. Mohamed at Institut Pasteur of Paris for their support during my years of thesis. Thanks.
Hello everyone, my name is Marilena and I am currently a clinical trial coordinator in Royal Free Hospital in London. My PhD thesis was a collaboration between the Medical School of Athens in Greece and the Pasteur Institute also in Athens. And my research was about the double and triple combinations of 3 different classes of antibiotics against Klebsiella pneumonia strains. A rather challenging project which I wouldn't have been able to complete without the guidance and support of my supervisor, Dr. Joseph Meletiadis and Dr. Vivi Muyagu, to whom I'm very thankful for their support throughout this project. And I'm very happy to be here and I'm looking forward to meeting you all.